I have always respected rules. They are the scaffolding of civilization. But rules, when used for control, become a weakness, a flaw in the system. My boss, Arthur, believed that security was a measure of his personal power. He implemented a new password policy. A minimum of 25 characters, must include special symbols, uppercase, lowercase, and a numerical calculation. It was absurd. It wasted 15 minutes of every employee's day. It was designed to punish us for simply existing. I didn't complain. I simply smiled and complied. I created a new password using all 25 characters, perfectly random, updated every 30 days. Arthur thought I was defeated. He didn't understand the first rule of true revenge. You never complain about the weapon your enemy forces you to use. You just wait for them to forget how it operates. Arthur had one single point of failure: the legacy client database. It held all the high-value deals. It was old, proprietary, and critically, it had 0 forced security policies. His password for it was always his wife's birthday, 8 digits long, simple, predictable, vulnerable. Our team, meanwhile, was drowning in the 25-character routine. Morale was gone, focus was destroyed. Arthur would walk around, smug, saying, "If you can't remember it, you shouldn't be here." He confused difficulty with competence. 3 weeks into the new policy, Arthur delegated a task to me. "I need you to reset the security profile on the legacy client database," he instructed. "Just do a standard update, use the corporate master key, and make sure it adheres to the new security memo." I looked him dead in the eye. "You want me to apply the 25-character minimum to the legacy database?" Arthur barely listened. He just waved his hand dismissively. Yes, everything must adhere to the new standards. Stop wasting time." That was the green light. The rule he created now applied to his most critical vulnerability. I went to the system. I didn't just update the password. I created a new, complex 25-character admin password, one he would need if he ever forgot his own, and I stored it exactly where the security memo said, in a physically locked, fireproof cabinet only I had the key to.
2 days later, a $10 million deal was on the line. The client called Arthur directly. They needed final figures pulled from the legacy database immediately to close the deal. Arthur rushed to his computer. He confidently typed wife's birthday into the login screen. Access denied. He tried again. Access denied. He locked himself out. Panic set in. He called me over. "The system is locked. I need access now. What did you do?" I maintained perfect composure. "I applied the new security memo, sir. The system has initiated a security lock. You need the admin key to bypass it." "Where is the admin key? The old master password isn't working." "That's because the new security memo, section 4.1.b, states that the master reset key must be a 25-character minimum stored securely off-network. I followed the policy." Arthur's face was bloodless. "Get the key now." "I can't, sir," I replied. "The memo also states that the key must be locked in a fireproof safe accessible only by a level 4 security officer, which I am not. That safe is controlled by the CEO's office, and they are currently on vacation." I had followed the rules so perfectly, so maliciously, that the system was now impregnable, even to the boss who created the rule. The $10 million deal died on the vine while Arthur frantically called security, who had no authority to open the CEO's safe. Arthur didn't just lose the sale. He lost the trust of the executive board. He was demoted a week later, with the official reason being a critical failure to manage security protocols. He had created a rule that was too powerful for him to handle. I was promoted to his old position and immediately rescinded the 25-character password rule. The irony was palpable, but the math was simple. $10 million lost versus 15 minutes of employee time saved. The cost of his control was calculated precisely. I learned that day that true chaos isn't random. It is simply compliance without mercy. I look at the old fireproof safe now. The 25-character password remains inside. A small reminder, a small debt paid. But there is still one debt I need to collect, one that requires a much larger calculation. I need to find the missing variable from my final task. I know it's somewhere in this city. I just haven't seen the right pattern yet. This brings us to the question, was the $10 million cost a fair price for Arthur's petty control?